All right, so what we're going to do now is we're going to talk about two special cases of lines, horizontal and vertical lines. You've got to be really careful that you don't get them backwards. It's really easy to mix them up. You can graph and recognize a horizontal or vertical line not by what it does have, but what it doesn't have. These are lines where you have x equals or y equals some number. So if you look at this first equation, what's missing? There's no what? There's no y value. All you have is an x value. What's missing from the second one? There's no x value, there's only a y value. And when that happens, that tells you that it's either a vertical or a horizontal line. And it's really easy to decide which one it is if you just think about what it says. X equals what number? 4. So you go 1, 2, 3, 4. So it's right there, right? Okay. Where else does x equal 4? All the way up and down that line. It doesn't matter what it equals, what y equals. X is always equal to 4. And x equal 4 means go to the right 4. Always. So that gives you what kind of line? A vertical line. So it's simply a vertical line through positive 4. And I just say the positive 4 just for effect because I want you to make sure you get the right sign. Okay? So if x equals 4, when does it equal 4? Always. And that just means go to the right 4. So that just means the whole line goes to the right 4, which means it has to be straight up and down. Yeah? You can't go to the right 4 if you go down. Yeah? Or up. It's got to be to the right 4. So it's a vertical line. Okay? Well, y equals 5. Where does y equal 5? Well, up 5, right? Yeah? So this says go up 5 where? Everywhere. Up 5, up 5, up 5. So what kind of line is that going to give you? Horizontal line.
Oh, I see how this could be making stuff.
Yes. So through positive 5. Now, yeah, if you look at it, it's just the opposite of what you would think. You think because the x-axis is horizontal that an x equals line is going to be horizontal. But remember, that means that if it's got an x value, it has to cross the x-axis, right? And the only way to do that is to be going up and down. If it's got a y equals, that means it has to cross the y-axis. And the only way to do that is to be going horizontally. Okay? So are we ready? I want you to tell me vertical or horizontal. Ready? Why? Because it's got an x value, so it has to be crossing the x-axis.
Okay.
All right?
Give me another one.
Horizontal, because it's got a y value, it's got to be crossing the y-axis.
You're basically just giving away the first
Right? Could that get any easier? But what? There isn't one.
But like, what if it's like?
What if it's like y equals 5x?
Well, then it's not either one of those. That's a regular equation. Y equals 5x. We just use 0, 0. Y equals 5 times 0. Y equals 0. Oh, look what's going to happen here, though. 0 equals 5x. Divide both sides by 5, and you get what? Okay, you've just broken math.
I just have.
What do we do in this case?
Joel, you just get a third.
Just do a third number. That's one where you can't use 0, 0 because it's both of them are 0, 0. So you just have to pick a third number.
Any number.
Any number. Remember, these are infinite lines, right? So that means every number you can think of is on there. But do you want to use negative 2,432?
Yes.
No, because that means you have to draw a graph that big too, right? We don't want to have to paint it on the wall. So I would use 1. So y equals 5 times 1. So y equals what? So 1, 5 is up there somewhere, right? And you can still draw your line. Right? That was that one where I was telling you the thing failed. And that's because we got 0, 0 for both of them. Okay? So if I get 0, 0 for x and 0, 0 for the second one, that means I have to just choose any number. What number can I choose, guys? Any number. So, could I choose 5? Yep. 1? Yep. Negative 10? Yep. Who cares? It doesn't matter. But usually we choose 1 because 1 is easy to work with. And it keeps the graph small. Okay? All right. Let me see what else they do to you in this section just to make sure. All right, they're giving you points to plot. All right, here we go, guys. I want you to do number 2. Just make a sketch. Do number 2 for me real quickly. Go. Come on. So remember, if it has a y value, then it has to cross the y-axis. So it has to be horizontal. If it has an x value, then it has to cross the x-axis. So it has to be vertical. Okay? Be careful. They're really easy to get confused. Now, if that doesn't work for you, you hate that, then do this. Y equals 3. Where? Everywhere. And make a chart and get some points. X equals negative 4. When? All the way down. And get some points. Doesn't matter what you pick for y. All y's will work, right? So if you don't think you can memorize it, then make a chart with it. But just remember, guys, come on. But just remember that you have to that one number stays constant the whole time. Right? So if y equals 3, it equals 3 all the way up and down. If x equals negative 4, it equals negative 4 all the way. Okay? All right.